Pandora's Vault, Poseidon's Vault, Hades' Vault, the Obelisk, Odysseus' Vault, the Black Hole, and Titan's Vault. All prisons claimed to be so strong and secure that some of them even were called inescapable. But they all had that one thing in general. They all had that one thing. A flaw. None of those were truly inescapable and got escaped within a week. You would almost think it isn't even possible to make an inescapable prison. But I am here to show you the opposite. Because I know it's possible. I know there is a prison which is truly inescapable. How do I know? Because I built it. I proudly present to you Apollo's Vault. The first ever prison possible to build in survival Minecraft, but this time truly inescapable. But how, you might ask? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let's get over the safety measures. To enter the prison, the person has to press this button. This will call all the guards so the prison is maximum secured. The guard will open the outside portal. The person enters the portal, and when he is through, the guard deactivates the portal and activates the portal on the inside. When the person is through, the guard deactivates the portal, and with the composter glitch is he able to look into the main hallway. Now here comes the separation. The prisoner and the visitor enter through different routes. Let's get the prisoner into there first. The guard will let the prisoner put his items away. After that, he will flick this lever and he will open the big door first. After the prisoner enters, it gets closed. The prisoner will open this door. The prisoner will stand on the golden pressure plate to check if there's only one entity on it. When the prisoner is clear, the guard will splash him with fire resistance and he will open the second door in the lava way. While the prisoner is going through the lava walkway, the guard gets time to close everything and proceed to the next stage. When the prisoner gets out, the guard will close the lava walkway and lower the trapdoor and the first door. The prisoner will walk through and wait there. The guard will lower the padlock, allowing the prisoner to set his spawn point. The guard will then kill him with harming potions dispensed from above. When the prisoner has respawned, the guard will lower the trapdoor, allowing the prisoner to proceed to the next entity check. Since you already saw this one, I'm not gonna explain it again. When the prisoner gets out of the lava, the guard will open the bed to allow the prisoner to set his spawn. The prisoner will then get killed by the lava trapdoor, and when he respawns, the guard will lower the trapdoor, the first door, and the prisoner will set another entity check. He will set his spawn and will be killed. After that, he will enter the main cell. The cell itself isn't really exciting. Breaking a single block by hand takes over 5 hours and the walls infinitely generate. And are for the most part surrounded by obsidian, by the way. The cell doesn't have any decorations, since those basically never work out, and the guard is always able to look inside the prison by using the composite grids positioned on 2 different strategic angles. The visitor comes in this little space. The guard then opens the locker so the visitor can put his items in the locker. He will set his spawn and he will get killed and respawn in front of the first entity check. In the entity check, he will get fire resistance and proceed to the lava tunnel to the next kill check. After he respawns and the guard has opened all the doors, he will get checked on multiple entities and get splashed with fire resistance. When he comes out the other side, he will get an ender pearl and the visitor will throw it in the stasis chamber. After that, the guard will open the door and padlock, the visitor will crawl on the other entity check, the guard will move the drown and the visitor will be able to sleep and enter inside the prison. Is done, or the guard sees suspicious activities in the cell, the guard can call the visitor back by pressing the button positioned in the guard area or the button next to the cameras. The guard will open the exit and the visitor can leave by pressing this button. He will walk through and pick up his items and he will go on the water elevator where the guard can open the portal to allow the visitor to leave. Now I assume, with what you saw so far, you think the prison is pretty secure. But prepare yourself, because it is even more secure. Let's get into the extra safety measures. First, the walls are made with a standard lava, obsidian, water, obsidian pattern, and so on. The outside walls are thick obsidian to prevent ender pearling in. The main cell is also right in the middle of the prison, so breaking out is extremely hard. There also is 24/7 mining fatigue free to prevent block breaking. The prison is also able to hold up to 4 guards next to the warden. They have a separate room with their stasis chamber with the armor equipping station next to it. All the guard arrays are flooded with water, so the guard with their depth strider boots walk faster, but intruders walk slower. But even if you manage to come into a guard area, it's still worthless, since you need a specific keycard to activate the controls. Without a keycard, the netherite protection walls are popped up and all the doors are closed. In total, the prison needs over 10 different keycards to activate all the controls. And there's one more thing that makes the prison even more secure. Lockdowns. Now, just like Hades' vault, Apollo's vault has lockdowns. But where Hades' vault has just one lockdown which closes off the whole prison, Apollo's vault is more about closing off parts of the prison. Apollo's vault has 3 types of lockdowns, all with different methods to set them off and all with different effects. Let's get over them. First, we have the so-called local lockdown. This is if the guard feels threatened at any point of the entering process. He flicks the lever to get the keycard back. Now, this is not only for extra safety, but this also traps the intruder and the guard is safe, since the intruder will be trapped in the stage he is on, since all doors will be closed. Second is what I like to call the trap lockdown. This is the protection of the lava walkways. If you update the lava blocks in any way, the ceiling will drop down, forcing you to crawl. But because of the pattern of the ceiling, you'll be forced to crouch. And the guard is the only one who can save you at that point, by hitting the button to activate a special one-way T flip-flop. And last but not least, the real lockdown. This lockdown can be called by one of the carpets being broken in the main hallway. A lockdown will also be called if there at some point are 2 entities or more on the entity checks, or if the guard presses the button at the composter hallway. The warden and the guard can call a lockdown too by hitting the button in their respawn spot. The only way for a lockdown to stop is for the warden to press the button in his personal room. Now, let's get over some escape methods which don't work. Carved fruit isn't possible. All the guard arrays are flooded with water, and the closer you get to the cell, the better chorus fruit proofed it will be. Breaking the bed. Breaking the prisoner's bed is impossible. The guard is always able to see the bed and is able to close the bed. Together with that, the visitor enters through a different bed. Spawn blocking. Blocking the spawn point from the prisoner is impossible, since getting any item in the cell is impossible. The guard is always able to see the bed super clear and all the beds are standing on hoppers to pick up the items. Ender pearl or breaking inside. Although that isn't really escaping, I'm still gonna name it. The walls are too thick and all the rooms are at least 2 blocks of the walls, so breaking in is super hard if it isn't impossible. Sneaking in. This is also impossible. The block on which the visitor and prisoners enter the prison are actually entity checks, if they weren't called in the many entity checks before. Now, with all this security and fixed flaws, I think it's safe to say Apollo's vault is the first ever truly inescapable vault to ever be created. I would love to see some attempts to break out, so make sure to check out the world download below. At last, I want to thank Zane from Zane Likes Minecraft for helping me showcase the prison. His link will be in the description, make sure to check him out.